Assalamualaikum and selamat malam. So we continue paper 2, section B and C. Actually, this is a re-record video because of mic problem. So I record again the video for this section B and C. Okay, kita nak bincang section B dan section C, maksudnya essay lah. Okay. Okay. Paper 2. That's 2. Okay, section B dan section C. Okay, section B given 2 questions. Answer any one question from this section. Jawab satu soalan sahaja and you will get 20 marks for this section. Okay, section A already 60 marks. Okay, 60 marks. Section B 20 marks. Then we have section C 20 marks. So the total 100 marks for paper 2. Okay, look at question number 9. Diagram 9.1 shows a phenomenon which occurs in daily life. So you can see the wind blows from sea to land. Okay, you can see the sun means daytime. Okay, wind blows from sea to land, we call it sea breeze. Okay, if you remember, sea breeze is one of the application for specific heat capacity, topic heat. Okay, I try to make it faster for this part. Okay, so normally for E1, the related concept, law, or principle, that's the question for it for the first part. Normally is the meaning or definition. Okay, what is definition for specific heat capacity? Okay, so you need to memorize. Okay, the heat required. Okay, tenaga haba diperlukan to increase the temperature of 1 kg substance by 1 degree Celsius. So it's very important to have this one. 1 kg substance, 1 degree Celsius. Okay, so the definition for specific heat capacity must be accurate. Okay, so for AC question, you must answer in the paper given. Okay, the extra paper given, like foolscap paper. Sometimes maybe they already give you the space to write the answer. Don't write below the question like this. I write here because I want you all to see the question and the answer. So easy to refer. Okay, don't write in below the question because the space given is not enough. Very small space. Okay, jangan tulis kat sini jawapan. You nak tulis-tulis sketch-sketch macam ni boleh lah Jawapan jangan harap examiner nak pergi check jawapan you dekat soalan. Okay, dia ada kertas diberikan jadi jawab dalam kertas yang diberikan. Okay, part 2. Using a physics concept, explain how phenomenon occurs. So this is a question of knowledge for marks. Okay, physics is very, I think it's very practical. The marks given for means you write 4 points. Okay, kalau 4 markah 4 points, 5 markah 5 point. Okay, itu physics. Okay, jadi senang kita nak check. So boleh buat secara point form juga Okay, using a physics concept, explain how the phenomenon occurs. Okay. Okay, try to list out 4 points. Okay, this one, the concept is specific heat capacity. So you must include this concept in your explanation. Mesti tulis gunakan konsep di sini ya. Okay, between sea and land, this is liquid and land is solid. Okay, so specific heat capacity for liquid is larger than specific heat capacity of solid. Okay, so for smaller sea, the material will be heats up faster and cools down also faster. Cepat panas, cepat sejuk kalau sea dia kecil. Okay, cepat panas, heats up faster dan juga cepat sejuk. Maksudnya temperature dia cepat naik lah cepat meningkat. Okay, small sea. Okay, from here, during daytime, the land will become hotter than the sea water. Okay, so the first one we will discuss about specific heat capacity compare between land and sea. Okay, so the first point, mark 1, mark 1. Specific heat capacity of solid is smaller than sea. So the land becomes hotter than sea. Okay, the air above the land the land become hot and rises up. Okay, when become hot means less than it will rise up, the air above here. So what happened, this region will create a low pressure region. So the low pressure region here will cause the air above the sea, which is cooler at high pressure, to blow towards the land. Okay, the air above the sea blow towards land. Okay, then we call it sea breeze. Okay, so you can include the region low pressure and high pressure also. At least 4 points. Okay, if you want to write more also can, but no need to repeat the same point. Just enough. That consists of 4 points in order to get 4 marks. Okay, 4 markah. Okay, now next B, study specification of the 4 cooling panels in table 9. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the cooling agent, means the liquid used, and also the conducting pipe. Okay, there are 2 parts, cooling agent and conducting pipe. So for cooling panel, we must look for these 4 cooling panel, PQRS. So as a cooling agent, it must be able to absorb okay, to absorb, okay, large amount of energy. So from here, we can look at the specific latent heat of vaporization for the cooling agent. So it must have high specific latent heat of vaporization so that it's able to absorb more heat. So I will remove at least two from the cooling panel given. So I will choose high. So I will remove the low one. For the boiling point must be low. So I will remove the two highest one. So I will remove this one and this one. So I will accept here and this one. Okay. And then diameter of the conducting pipe must be large. Okay. So that it will carry more liquid inside it. So the cooling process will become faster. Okay. So I will remove the one which is smaller. I want the larger diameter. Okay. And then specific heat capacity here must be low. So I will choose here two low one. Then I will reject the high one. This one is for the conducting pipe, material for conducting pipe. Okay. So the material, the cooling panel which has more thick is S. So means I will choose S for this cooling panel. Okay. When you already choose, now we want to write the answer. Okay. So write the answer in table form. Easier for you all to check. There's no repeating points for that you explain in your answer. Okay. Tak ada repeat. Okay. Okay. So this table, so this section B is about characteristic of a material given, and then you need to give reason for your choice. Okay. So this one will be characteristic and reason. Okay. So for the first part, we discussed about high specific latent heat of vaporization. We already choose just now. So for cooling agent, okay, cooling agent has high, okay, specific latent heat of vaporization. Okay, jadi dia mesti high specific latent heat of vaporization. So reason, it will absorb more heat. So it will cool down the surrounding temperature. Okay, number two, the boiling point of the cooling agent. So the cooling agent has low boiling point. Okay, so means it can evaporate easily. So means don't need to wait for the boiling point in order to absorb heat from the surrounding. So at low temperature, then boiling point also can. So it evaporate easily. Yeah, low boiling point. Okay, number 3. Now we discuss about conducting pipe. Diameter of pipe is large. So it can accommodate atau menempatkan atau membenarkan accommodate more cooling agent. Okay, lebih banyak cooling agent boleh berada dalam pipe tu. Okay, and then the specific heat capacity of the pipe, material of pipe yes. So it can change temperature easily. Because we have this cooling agent is low boiling point, it can evaporate easily. So if you use a specific heat capacity which is very high, so the pipe take longer time to cool down. Okay, so we want to make sure the pipe can be cooled down faster also. Okay, heats up faster and cools down faster. That's why we use specific heat capacity of pipe which is low. And now make conclusion as is chosen because it has you need to copy again the left side here. It has high specific heat of latent heat of vaporization, low boiling point, large diameter of pipe, and low specific heat capacity of material pipe. Okay, so just copy this one. Okay, so for this one you will get 10 marks. For the characteristic you cannot repeat. Just explain what given. Okay, the reason can be repeated. Reason can be repeated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 marks. Okay. Okay, this one, next question. C. Diagram shows a graph of temperature against time taken for 500 gram of liquid using immersion heater of 48 watt. Okay, 48 watt. Okay, now the question is calculate specific heat capacity of liquid. So initially this one is at liquid state. Dia memang sudah liquid. So dari sini dia adalah liquid. Okay. So dari 0 to 10, 0 to 5 minit 0 to 5 minit. Ini adalah liquid state. And then it will reach the boiling point here. Ini boiling point. So sini kita ada liquid plus gas or steam. Okay, at this point all liquid change to gas or steam already, and then this one will become gas or steam. Okay, so this one is heating curve. You want to calculate specific heat capacity, you must use this one from 0 to 5 minutes. Then only you will get the specific heat capacity. Okay, let's look at how to calculate. Okay, the heat is supplied by heater. Okay, so PT equals to MC theta. Okay, the heat energy causes temperature to increase, change in temperature. No change in state of matter. Okay, so 48, time taken 5 minutes, you convert to second. Mass convert to kilogram. C, change in temperature is 80 minus 40. Okay, So you will calculate for C. Okay, use calculator to calculate. You should get 720 joule kg negative 1 degree Celsius negative 1. This one is specific heat capacity for liquid. Okay, next question. After 5 minutes of heating, liquid poured into beaker contains 1 kg of water. This one is liquid. This one is water. At initial temperature 25, determine the final temperature of mixture. Final temperature maksudnya apa? Thermal equilibrium temperature. Okay, thermal equilibrium temperature. Given specific heat capacity of water 4200. Okay, you want to find theta, the change in temperature. Okay, for part 2, I write the answer here. Okay, so we have this liquid, 500 gram of liquid. Initial temperature is here. Okay, you can look at the given situation after 5 minutes of heating. Okay, means the temperature is 80. So initial temperature we can put as 80. And then we have 1 kg of water. Initial temperature I put as theta 2 is 25. So the two liquid mix. So it becomes mixture. Final temperature is temperature at thermal equilibrium. I just put as theta. So the hotter one is 500 gram release heat. Okay. And then 1 kg of water will absorb heat. Okay. Nampak tak di sini ya? Yang panas akan keluarkan heat energy, yang sejuk akan absorb. Assume no heat loss surrounding, thus Q1 equals to Q2. Okay, gunakan formula Q equals to MC theta. So for Q1, M1 is 500 grams, so 0.5. Specific heat capacity calculated already, 720. Change in temperature, okay, this is 80 hot. Release heat, it will become a bit cool. So the final temperature will be smaller than 80. So change in temperature is 80 minus theta. For Q2, okay, mass is 1 kilogram. Specific heat capacity 4200 because water. Okay, this one absorb heat. So the final temperature is larger than 25. So you put as theta minus 25. So this one must be correct. If not, you cannot get the answer. Okay, so you solve for this one, you will get theta. Okay, that value theta, we call it final temperature or the temperature for at thermal equilibrium. So you solve this one, you will get about 29.3 degrees Celsius. So that one is the temperature after 5 minutes when mixed with 1 kg of water. Okay, so you will get the answer. Theta is 29.3 Celsius. And you can see this is 3 marks, so you must show all the steps. Mesti nampak step dia. Okay, step betul, jawapan dengan unit yang betul. Okay, number 10. Bakri went to Pulau Redang last week. And took some photographs near the seaside. He recognized one of the wave patterns formed in the photograph as refraction, shown in diagram 10.1. So you can see the wave front follow the shape of the beach. Okay. Okay. Bakri menjalankan eksperimen dengan dua kedalaman air berbeza, different depth of water in the record tank. So result of experiment, you can see from here. What is the meaning of refraction? Apakah yang dimaksudkan dengan refraction? Okay. Okay, saya tuliskan jawapan dia di sini ya. Ini sikit. Okay, untuk bahagian yang pertama. Okay, number 10A ya. What is the meaning of refraction? Okay, so refraction is the change in the direction of wave due to change in speed. Okay, so when we talk about water wave, the change in speed is caused by depth of water. Okay, kedalaman yang berbeza menyebabkan speed akan berubah, akan berubah speednya. Okay, bahagian B ya. Bakri wants to share the result with his friends via email. What is the information he needs to include in his email to explain the wave pattern formed in diagram 10.2 for marks knowledge question. Okay. Okay, dia nak explainkan pattern ni. Kenapa dia ada bending? Kenapa wavefront dia pun bending? Okay. Jadi dalam jawapan mestilah masukkan point-point yang sesuai. Ini ada 4 markah 4 marks. Okay. So the first one maybe you explain about the depth of water. Okay. Y is shallower than X. Okay. Let's see. Y is shallower than X. Why? Because we can see clearly the wavelength of wave of water wave in Y is shorter, lebih pendek. Okay. The speed in Y is smaller or decrease also can. Okay. Okay, wavelength decrease, speed smaller or decrease when travel in shallow region. Okay. Can add one more. Direction of wave bends towards normal or refracted towards normal. So you want to have 4 points in this answer for part B. Okay, and then part C. Email sent by Bakri to his friend also gave information about characteristic of wave in area X and Y. The following are part of information listed. So ini semua adalah information diberikan. So dia ada apa? Bakri's friend Ali wants to know frequency, speed in area Y but he doesn't know how to calculate. Okay, can you help him to calculate frequency and speed of water wave in area Y in meter per second? 5 marks. So this is calculation problem for part C. Okay, so we want to calculate for frequency F from the formula V equals to F lambda. F equals to V divided by lambda. Okay, so in region Y, you can see given the speed equals to 1.5, in region Y, okay, the speed, the wavelength, 0.8 centimeter. Okay, speed in area X 1.5, okay, wavelength X 1.0 centimeter. Okay, so frequency in deep region is equals to frequency in shallow region, because the wave coming from the same source, frequency constant, no change in frequency. So to calculate frequency in region Y, we can use region X punya sebab dia sama value. So speed equals to 1.5 divided by 1.0, so become 1.5 hertz. Okay. Okay, so we get the frequency in region Y same as in region X. Okay, so ini sama dengan X punya. Okay, now we want to calculate for speed. Speed equals to frequency multiply wavelength. Now we want to find speed for Y, meaning frequency in Y and lambda in Y. Frequency already calculated here, 1.5. Lambda in Y is 0.8. So we get 1.2 cm second negative 1. And then the answer, they want you to state in meter per second. So you just divide by 100, this one. Okay, so you will get 0.012 meter second to the power negative 1. Okay, they want the for part C. Now we look at part D. Company wants to build a resort at Pulau Redang. They intends to build the resort in either one of 4 locations. Nak bina pusat resort peranginan, pusat peranginan dekat point P, Q, R and S. So boleh nampak location Q and S, there's a big rock. Okay, so this is as shown in the bird's eye view of the island in 10.3. So you must choose which position is suitable. Okay, so you look at the depth of the sea. So which one we will choose? Is it sudden increase in depth or gradually increase in depth? Adakah secara mendadak dia bertambah ataupun secara beransur-ansur dia bertambah? Okay, kalau mendadak tu dia bahaya sikit lah kan. Jadi ada perubahan yang ketara dari segi speed ya. So ini kita tak mahu. Okay. Okay, we don't want. So I will have two choice here, Q or R. Now I will go back to the picture of island, either Q or S. So here. Q or R. Okay, now we look at again the picture of island. So either Q or R. So which one is suitable? Okay. So we will choose the Bay area, not the Cape area. And then the Q also, there's a large rocks that create a gap. As we know that a gap will cause water wave to be spread. The amplitude will decrease. So we will choose Q, not R. Okay. Now your explanation must include R. Okay, kena masukkan R. So insert table di sini, saya masukkan table. Bahagian D ya. Sama saja macam soalan nombor 9. Characteristic reason. Okay, number 1. Resort is at Bay Area. Okay, for Bay Area, the reason B is calmer. Okay, and safer for the swimming activity. Okay. 2, we can say there is a big and high rock in front of the resort. So this big and high rock will prevent high wave to hit the resort. Okay, so in terms of safety, okay, to reflect high wave. Okay, and then next, okay, there is 2 big rocks. Okay, to create gap that can diffract the wave. Okay, for diffraction purpose. Okay, and then the next aspect is about depth. Okay, depth of water increases gradually. Okay, dia tak ada sudden increase. Okay, sangat bahayalah untuk yang swimming. Okay, so what caused this one is wave speed decrease slowly. Okay, so from here we choose what? Q is chosen. Reason, it has what? Okay, again you copy the left side here, right here, or the reason. Okay, that you explain on the left side column. Okay, so from here you get 10 marks also. Okay, so that one is for number 10. Okay, now we look at number 11, section C. Yeah, given only one question, so you have no choice. You need to answer that question. Okay. Okay, section C, 20 marks also. Diagram 11.1 shows 2 trolleys with a compressed spring touching each other. After being hit, both trolleys are separated. Shows a boy on roller skates throwing a ball. So this one is all about what? Okay. You can look at again the picture. So this one is about collision, ada explosion, ada okay. So ini adalah momentum, concept of momentum. So you can see for the first part already ask you about definition of momentum. So actually this one is The part A1 is trying to help you to relate to the concept. Okay, because if you use another concept, maybe the whole explanation will become wrong. Okay, so you better read through the question. You can find the clue given in the question. Okay, so before hitting, this one is at rest, and then hitting move separately. At rest means initial velocity 0. This is V1 and V2. Move separately. So this one we call it explosion. Total momentum equals to 0. Total momentum before explosion 0. Total momentum after explosion also 0. Same thing in this case also. Okay. Before the boy throw the balls, both at rest. So initial velocity 0. When he throw the ball, okay, he will push backward. Okay, roller skating shoes here. This one also is explosion concept. So what is meant by momentum is a product of mass and velocity. Okay, the product of mass and velocity. Mesti tulis lengkap. Jangan guna simbol macam ni. Tulis ini sahaja tak boleh. Mesti define semua simbol. Okay, part 2, then construct principle of physics involved and name the principle. Common observation, apakah yang sama di antara dua ni? And then construct physics principle involved and name the principle. 5 markah semua. Okay. Jadi apakah yang sama dalam kes ni? Okay, you nampak initially both at rest. Okay, persamaan. Total momentum before is the same, 0. Okay. And then after explosion, the two trolleys move separately. Okay. This one also same thing. When the boy throws both the ball and the bodies of the person also move opposite direction. Okay, that one we call it the common observation. So the principle related, this one you can write yourself. Try to write yourself 3 points. 3 points tadi. Okay. Principle is principle of conservation of momentum. Okay. So means total momentum before explosion is equals to total momentum after explosion. So the name of the principle, principle of conservation of momentum. Okay, you construct tu macam you sebut ialah total momentum before explosion equals to total momentum after explosion, and then the name of principle, principle of conservation of momentum. Jadi di sini dapat 2 markah lagi. Total ialah 5. Okay. Bahagian B state similarity and difference between elastic and inelastic. Okay, similarity, both total momentum are conserved. Okay, for both cases, elastic, inelastic. Okay. Okay, then another one is total momentum before and after collision is constant. Dia tak boleh berubah. Okay, the differences. For the first case, object moves separately after collision. For elastic collision, and then total kinetic energy is conserved. Itu yang penting, elastic ni. Okay, move separately after collision. And then kinetic energy conserved. Conserve maksudnya if you calculate kinetic energy before, it equals to total kinetic energy after. Inelastic, inelastic, okay, objects combine and move with common velocity, and then KE, kinetic energy not conserved. There's energy loss. Okay, so that's the difference between elastic and inelastic. Okay, so you can write yourself the answer. For part C, using suitable physics concept, explain necessary modification to convert motorcycle to secure racing motorcycle. Okay, motosikal biasa nak tukar jadi motosikal lumba. Okay, the modification may involve design of exhaust, power of engine, safety, attire of the cyclist, and stability. Okay, okay, same thing. This one also we can write in table form. Okay, just the difference between section B for this one. This one we put aspect. Okay, aspect is given just now, and then explanation. Ataupun suggestion of 4 second. Ataupun ini nak tuliskan modification, suggestion, ini explanation. Okay, jadi ada berapa yang kita perlukan? Mestilah ada 5. Okay, sebab 10 markah. Ya. Okay, based on the diagram, tengok gambar motor tadi, apa yang you nak modify kan. Okay, dia punya tire dia ke, okay, shape dia ke, okay, mana yang kita nak modify. Okay, okay, first kita akan modify in terms of diameter of exhaust pipe, the first aspect. Diameter of exhaust pipe is smaller. Kalau kereta lumba tu kita nak dihasilkan momentum yang sangat kuat. Okay, baru dia boleh move forward, bergerak lebih laju kan. So you need to create or to increase the speed of, kalau increase speed akan increase momentum. Speed of exhaust gas. Jadi momentum lebih besar ke belakang akan hasilkan momentum yang lebih besar ke depan. Jadi motor tu akan bergerak lebih laju. Okay, and then the power is higher. Okay, power tinggi apa maksudnya? The force produced is increased. Force is larger. Okay, maksudnya dia akan bergerak lebih laju. Okay, next about the brake system, mestilah berfungsi. Always check the berfungsi. Okay, functional, in good condition means functional brake system. Okay, okay, easily to stop the motorcycle. Dia sharp, bila ditekan brake dia berhenti. And then the attire must be fit or tight. Pakaian ketat, tight attire, pakaian yang ketat. Okay, okay, to reduce air resistance. Okay, takkan nak pakai baju yang besar kan. Kalau tengok cyclist semua pakai baju yang tight, yang fit, pakaian dia tu. Okay, and then lower motorcycle frame. body dia lebih rendah, body of the motor. So this one is to increase stability, lebih stabil, increase stability ataupun lower center of gravity. Jadi kalau dia lower center of gravity, dia lebih stable lah. Jadi motosikal ni tak boleh tinggi, dia mesti body dia ke bawah, lebih rendah. So ini adalah 5 aspek yang kita yang diberikan. Kalau you tengok aspek semua ada kat sini. Jadi kena cari sendiri aspek dia apa. You can see the aspect here. Dia punya exhaust, power engine, safety, attire, stability, 5 aspek. Jadi kalau berjaya, tuliskan 5 aspek dengan very good explanation. So means you can get full mark easily. So suggestion is using table form. Don't write very long essay in one full page. At the end, you cannot get high marks. Okay, so that's why in physics, you must be able to write a short answer and accurate at the same time. Ringkas dan tepat. So for today is just so that's all my session today. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so bye.